this is Ben at Truly Simple Solutions, and today we're going to look at some of the display preferences in the desktop version of FlatRate Pro. So you get to preferences by coming over here to this small layout menu and you choose preferences. This is where you can set your company logo, and then this is information would have been set up in registration, or if you're using the sample copy, it's going to be already set up for you. Then you go to display, and this is where you can set how your price guides are going to look both in print and on the iPad and iPhone. It's going to affect the colors. So when you want to set those up prior to distributing the files to the iPhones and iPads, you can preset how they're going to look here. And if you're printing books, it's going to set it for that. So I'm moving that over so we can open a second window, and the way you can do that is just by holding the Shift key when you press one of the navigation buttons. And that brought us just to the tasks. Actually, I needed to go to the home. Okay. And so now we're going to open a price guide so we can see what happens. And we're going to just browse that. And I'm going to make it larger so you can see the details. And our primary concern is these little numbers here that are kind of in gray. So what we've got here is a little row of things you can display or not display. You can choose, if you are using custom task numbers, that you imported your task from a previous system and you still want to use those numbers, that they have a meaning to you or your employees. You can say use custom task numbers, and if you notice on the left here, all of the task numbers change, and I'll change it back. If you watch that, you can see it's going from the default numbers, and then it changes to some other job numbers that were there. So that's one of the options, and I'm going to turn it back on. Then you can display the billable minutes on each task. So watch on the, I'll move this over. So watch on the left. This is the billable minutes. We click that and it goes away. And notice it went away for the add-on as well. Okay, now display material bonus. That's this, which is also a, it could just be a bonus relating to, well, the materials that are sold in each task. And you can set the amount of that. So display it or hide it. Display the add-on. And I'll put the billable minutes back, just so when we display the add-on, you see the whole thing goes away. I'll take a moment and explain the add-on. That's the add-on number. And again, if I change the task number, notice the add-on change. Okay, so the add-on number, the billable minutes of the add-on. So 90 is the task, 68 is the add-on. And then these are the prices, so $365 or $430 as an add-on, as opposed to $571 and $486 on the best price. And over here is the extended service plan, so we can say we don't want to have ESPs. Done. And the spiff, I could find jobs, but it appears on the right here. I can, if you like, we can go ahead and just find a couple of those. We can jump to the task detail, and then it's showing rather big, but that's fine for the moment. And then we can just tell it to find, and I'm going to go to the job spiff section and put an asterisk, which means it's going to find any character there. And now we found all the jobs. I'm going to jump back to the price guide that we're reviewing through tasks, price guides printed, to column. That's what we were on, I believe. Okay, and now you can see we've got jobs that are showing with a spiff here. And now we're going to say we don't want to show spiffs. So you just click that and done. No spiffs, no ESPs, no add-ons, no billable minutes. I just want to show the job number. That's all I want. So those are some options for you. The default number of columns is primarily set up for the price guides when you're navigating on the iPad or iPhone. We'll take a quick look at that. So I've got it set for one column, although I'm looking at a two-column book because that's linked somewhere else in the quick links when you set those up. So we'll just quickly we'll go to this window. On that window, I'm going to simulate the iPad, and I'm going to reduce it back to normal because iPad views show larger. And it will come over here to plumbing repairs again, and actually that's linked on the quick link. So when I navigate away and I go back to task, you'll see it comes back. So if I was using single column pricing, I would set my quick link over here. And we'll explain quick links in another video, but when you set up these buttons that show on your screen, you set which view that it goes to. Okay, I'm going to do that in another video. So you can see here it's showing the single column, and now if we go back here and we say I want two column pricing, we'll leave the task view, we'll go back to the task view, and you can see it's got our two column pricing. All right, the round price is going to do what it says. It's going to round the price in the price guide, so everything's in whole dollars. The single column at best price is used for someone using single column pricing, but by showing the two column, you'll see the result. If I say I want the single column at the best price, you'll notice they're both the same price, and there is no U save because you're not saving anything. They're the same price. And why does that matter? Well, it means it's using the lower price for the single column views. So if I don't have that checked, then all of my single column price is at the regular price. So it allows single column users to use either the regular or the best price. And that's choice in their company, I suppose. You can change what the headings are called. You can say, I don't like regular price, I want it to be regular rate. Well, there you go. Okay? And you can edit these and make it your own thing. So you can call a column what you want it to call it, meaning you might be able to use it for another purpose if the pricing structure works for that. Let's call it standard rate and value rate. Okay? You could use that. You could have savings, or whatever you choose. If you don't, well, there are very few layouts that show the word ESP because most of it's hidden in that code that we saw, this one here, where it's just an X. There are a couple printed layouts that actually have a column called ESP, and this is where it would change that. So maybe it's extended warranty plan or warranty. You can set those things. We didn't look at the colors, which is kind of a nice thing. We'll just scroll along and see a few more. Okay, so let's go back on this one to exit simulation, and then I'll jump back to that same view because we still have the same tasks found in the two column, what we were looking at. It doesn't matter, I could have stayed on the other, but either way, these are where you change the color of your book. Maybe red is your company colors and you want red to show, and maybe an offset to the red might be maroon. And then you want your grouped items to show in another color that kind of goes well with that, possibly. I mean, it's going to be up to you what kind of colors. Now again, what you're looking at here is a browse way of looking at price guide pages. You'll go to preview if you want to see how each page is going to look prior to printing. And you can see that's how this color scheme would work. View color changes do not show up in preview mode, so I'm leaving preview mode. And maybe we choose this color, and we want that color, and we want this color. Okay, so you can set these price guides to be what you like, and you can change the background too. You can just have plain white or parchment. You find what works best for you, and that's what you use. And then that's for the service guides. Now the installs appear in a different layout. I'm going to go over here, open an install. We'll look at furnace installation, and we're going to look at it as a browse. And you can see there's a few less of these options that show up in the price guide, but we do have extended service plan displaying. You can see that, and we can re-display the billable minutes. So over here, the price guide for the installations is like that, and again, you can change those colors to be whatever works for you. And so you can have some fun with this and see what, those are terrible color combinations, but that's up to each individual what they're going to like in their price guide. So that's what we've got for today. We'll be doing many more videos showing lessons. Thank you again.